What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Justin Totino, but you may call me Mr. J, and welcome to my playthrough of Hellblade, Senua'S Sacrifice for the PlayStation 4 by Ninja Theory. Now, this game came a little out of nowhere for me because a couple of weeks ago, I was just browsing the YouTubes and PlayStation, and noticed that PlayStation had uploaded a trailer for this game. And I said, I'd never heard of this. So, click on the trailer, and it's dark and it's creepy and it looks like there's creatures and you know, but it's very quiet and there's just this very dark, ominous voice, like just speaking, like it's hard to understand what it's saying. And but you see this woman here. I can only assume her name is Senua, the one you see here on the on the main menu. Welcome, viewer. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. You are the first viewer in this brand new playthrough. Welcome. So yeah, was watching the trailer and it was just this dark and ominous, and it just looked incredible. Like visually, it just looked so spectacular. I said, I have to play this game. Like, there's no way I can't play it. And alas, here we are. I don't think that's the correct use of alas, but that's fine. Whatever. Now, I've already, RJC84 Gaming, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the like. I'll, once I'm done here, if you're still streaming, I'll stop by. So, yeah, I've already gone through the options, and I've set to things how I like it. And so that way we could just go right into new game. When you first start up the game, you do get a sort of disclaimer that goes by rather quickly. I didn't really get a chance to read it all that right, but it's basically a disclaimer that says, you know, mental illness is serious, and this game sort of like is a representation of mental illness and stuff like that. You know, it's you get like a little disclaimer about mental illness and how this game is a representation of mental illness. Or the things that she goes through. Anyway, I didn't get a chance to read it. It went by pretty quickly. I'll see if I can find it later on and read it. But in the meantime, let's get on with the show, shall we? Honestly, and in the like 2 weeks that since I've seen that first trailer, I did not watch anything about the game. I watched that trailer. I watched the trailer that's on Steam, which was different. It was more like, you know, a little more clear with like what the story's about. But I did not look at any gameplay. I did not look at
Hello.
like.
Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close, so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua.
Senua. Okay.
Now, her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
Trying to crack the can open. There we go.
It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
Oh my god, the audio is amazing.
Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she know coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already can feel you coming. Quiet.
I can't tell if I'm supposed to be playing or not.
I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true.
Mental health
Some are
advisor.
old, some are new, and they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in hell.
you see it too?
Am I supposed to move? I can move.
It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
Go back.
It's not safe.
It's them. They're here.
Oh, it's a guy's voice now.
Look around and you will see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
We can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
They're watching.
I want to get a message in. Oh my gosh.
Feel them watching. They're watching her.
There's a message, another message, right before the main menu, and it said, this game is best played with headphones on, and I now know why. The audio is incredible. What they're doing with the voices, what they're doing with the sound effects.
What is she thinking?
Oh,
I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
there's a male voice in the very left, very right.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua'S fear runs far, far deeper.
I can't move the camera anymore. Oh, what a great intro. I think...
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Oh. Well, there's the autosave icon, which means we could start playing. And that is where we'll take a break. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, but that was fantastic. Oh my god, look at this. I don't have a PlayStation 4 Pro. I have a regular. I have the Uncharted Edition PlayStation 4 from when Uncharted 4 came out. And I do not have a 4K TV, and so I don't know, like, and I don't really believe in that 4K nonsense, but this just looks so fucking good. So imagine if it were on some sort of Pro 4K bullshit, if that even works. I'm sure. Oh, look the way her head turns when you look. Yeah. Okay, let's just. I love the way the camera moves. As
Focus.
Look closer.
Look.
Use your eyes. Why isn't she looking closer?
She needs to look closer.
Focus.
something tells me I gotta press the circle button. Or not, or just walk right up to it. No. 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 I've held each of the face buttons. Oh, okay.
Do not forget my story, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hell's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the river of knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
So that was the R2 button. That's how we focus and zoom in and look at things. Oh, I wonder what happens if you do it again.
Do not forget my story, Senua.
Okay.
Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hell's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the river of knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Oh boy. She's looking at something. What's she looking at? Oh boy. Oh, it's getting dark. Alright.
Darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt. But she's not stopping.
I want to look around in case I miss anything cool, but I also just want to push forward.
This time.
Oh. Not this time.
Can you see it?
The land of mist and fog. The old fool was right. What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost.
Oh.
I hear you.
He's there, you know.
There's no doubt about
He's
it.
lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim, and the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
What does she do? Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him.
He's already dead.
He's dead. But his
Oh, we found the run button.
his soul still lives.
That's L1.
She needs to save his soul. She wants his soul to be at peace.
The bridge to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
It's another story time.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim, and that is where you must travel.
There's stairs there and a ladder. But it looks like I could go into this waterfall? No, I can't. Oh, maybe I can. No, I can't. Oh, so yeah, this game is based on Celtic and Norse mythology. I've read into that much. And there's our, right at the start of the game. Okay, that's the X button to activate, or to interact.
That's the way.
But, yeah, that confirms that this game is sort of like an analogy for mental illness. Maybe I'm thinking it's schizophrenia, due to the voices and delusions, but, because, like, one of the first credits was mental health advisor, so... Oh, here we go.
Go, whatever you do, don't stop. You can't. Are you scared? You should be scared. Do you know where you are? Where are we? Get down.
What's she waiting for?
So brave. Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't.
go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
Oh, there was some clipping in the rocks there. Camera clipping. Okay, I'm not gonna try and break the game, let's just enjoy it. I'm waiting for some big fuck you monster to come out and just... oh boy. Okay, let's go. Yep, this is it. Fight time.
He's going to hurt you. It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them. Don't listen. I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you? It's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar. An old fool. Druth is my truth. Huh?
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell. If I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
Use your eyes. Use your eyes. Come closer. She can't focus. Why can't she focus?
I can stay one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
Find it. Like find it in the world? Or... ah.
It's just you'll never find it.
It's near. Look towards the gate, and the gate will open.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So that's where the puzzle element of the game is going to come in.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's not safe.
It worked.
The gates are gold too.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell, but I watched the Northmen, learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here. stand on the edge. Pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near. Waiting for you to make that
Oh boy.
little slip. You can't just wish things away.
Okay, so you gotta keep balance with the analog stick. That, or it's just the illusion of danger and you'll be fine if you just keep holding forward. I couldn't tell, but it felt like I was gonna fall if I didn't move from one side and the other.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Sickness, age, something else, and self-slaughter, which I'm assuming is suicide. So something tells me her precious Dillion self-slaughtered. So is that his... I guess that's his skull that she's carrying. Oh boy, here we go. Excuse me.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? A half-rotten goddess that walks over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
First trophy was called the first one, I think it was called. I think I got a glimpse of it. I didn't really read it. Oh, here we go, fight time.
You took him from me. I beg you. Let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Oh shit, here we go, okay. Oh. Okay, X and square and triangle are attack, circle is to kick, X seems to dodge. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Behind you! Watch it!
Oh. Game over? Or is... Yeah, game over. Oh. Or not. Oh, or not.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
The dark rot will grow each time you fail. If the rot reaches Senua's head, her quest is over. Senua's and all progress will be lost.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow. Whatever the cost.
He's not right.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Zurt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
Okay.
It won't open.
A few things. One, this does sound familiar. I did not read into this. My brother actually told me about this when I got home from work today. Basically, that each time you die, she will look a little different. Like in this case now, her hand is all blackened, you could see. And eventually, if you die too many times, apparently it deletes your save progress. Don't know how true that is. But I think that's a very interesting concept. And let's hope we don't die too much. Now, that first death feels a little, forced. Like, just to teach you this, aspect of the game. Because, one, they were made of shadow. 2, there seemed to be no sort of like obvious mechanic to make them a physical form for you to attack. So I think that first death is like forced to show you this aspect and this new, like, you know, gameplay element. But very good so far. Very cinematic, very atmospheric, very intense. So, to open the gates to hell, we must first defeat 2 gods. Not 1, just 2. The god of fire, Surt. Sorry about that, had to turn that machine off. First, the god of fire, Surt, and then the god of illusion, Valravan, which they made sound much more sinister than Surt. Why is it called Surt? Why not Surtur? Isn't that the full word? Something tells me you could do them in any order.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. But you weren't expecting that.
No, I was not. Though, I'm sure if you study mythology, you probably know most of this already. I quite like Greek mythology, and some Egyptian. That I read into some Egyptian. I haven't gotten around looking into Norse, or Celtic for that matter. Okay. 2 doors. Now, this door looks first, going this way. That door looks second. But on the door seal, we've got in the opposite way. I guess it's just to, like, you know, match up, like this door aligns with that one. And they did say in the narration that Surt, fire god Surt, was first. So, let's go after him, I suppose.
Surt, the fire giant, has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind, and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. Was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him.
Spelling mistake.
He was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
Unless they purposely spelt pity, P space I-T-Y. There's a face in the waterfall. Do you see that? Oh, the controller is shaking.
Senua, we each walk these lands, gazing towards different horizons, some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
Okie dokie.
Senua, we each walk these lands, gazing towards different horizons, some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
So we've got stories coming at us from different directions. We've got stones with runes. We've got faces and waterfalls. Oh. Which way do we go? Hello viewers, thank you for stopping by. Oh. Where's the run button? Oh, pile of burnt corpses. Alright. Two runes. Oh. Oh gosh.
He's gone! They've surrounded He's down! Finish him! Strike him!
I want to see if you can finish them with a kick.
Remember the training.
Oh, what? No.
It's nearly over. Finish it.
Oh, okay. That was a little too close for comfort. But, not bad. So, you could do different moves depending on what you're, how you're attacking. So, like, holding the run button and attacking did that charge, that like, jumping charge. Circle. I wonder what circle while running does. It's probably going to be something different per run. Per attack type. Okay, gotta experiment with the attacks, and I gotta get used to dodging and running if needed. That's the thing is, when it comes to games, I'm always attacking. I don't like pay attention to or worry about defending myself and evading, and then I always end up being too hasty and just going for it, and end up killing myself. But yeah.
I them too, Senua'S?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
So we need to find an N and a Y.
The things.
Follow the streams. Oh.
Are they screaming? The things.
Okay, well the Y is nearby, that's abundantly clear.
The things.
And if I walk into this area, the Y becomes centerfold. Centerpiece. Is it like just the person? Doesn't match. Follow the screams.
Are they screaming? You can hear the rooms.
Hello, viewers. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We are attempting to find a rune somewhere in the world here. We have to follow the screams. Now I'm seeing a little bit of both. There's some ends. Last time it was shadows on the wall, on the rocks.
What's that sound? Are they screaming?
Yes, they are screaming.
Find the runes.
Focus.
Oh, there's the H. Now is the Y, which is down there somewhere. I'm sure it's the crucified bodies somehow, but they don't seem to match up.
Screams will help you. Screams. Are they screaming? You can hear the runes.
Find the runes.
The screams will help you.
Oh. Say maybe look at a tree a certain way.
Are they screaming?
There. Oh, I had to line up. Oh, I.
Hellhand is sealed to the living. But you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened.
Had to line up the stick with the crucifixion to create the symbol. Okay. So, now that teaches us that we're gonna have to... Actually, that teaches us two things about the game now. Last time it was like, oh, match up the rune with the shadow that looks like it on the wall. This time it's like, oh, you're gonna have to explore the area, and there's the H. Oh, that had to be lined up as well. I didn't even notice. So it's gonna say, hey, so this is to teach us, hey, you're gonna have to like puzzle line things up to create the symbol. Okay, good to know.
When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of, I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
Subtitle didn't match what she said, but... okay, stop. Get out of my QA mind. Oh, what?
Find out your position. Let them surround you.
Very close, again, too close for comfort. And, you know, almost dying. But, persevered. Against our enemy.
When you see a fire gate of soot, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through. Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to soot.
Only a sacrifice. And find the fire. Oh.
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
That was fucking cool. Like, it wasn't even a puzzle.
What's happening? Where's the fire gone? Where's it gone?
The fire's disappeared.
It was everywhere.
Maybe it was an illusion.
It was a trick. Maybe it was nothing in the first place. Maybe it was a test. It's testing us.
It's testing her.
Why? Why would he do that?
The fire giant is testing her.
What is he trying to test? It was an illusion. Where's the fire? It was real. The fire was real.
The pyre.
Cert.
Cert is through
waiting
there.
for you. He's waiting for her. You can't get through.
How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Truth said, find your own path.
There's always another way.
There's always a way.
Find your own way.
You just have to find it. Cert is waiting for you.
It was never going to be that easy.
He's waiting. Cert
Is waiting
She
for
can't
you.
get through that Find way. Him.
The pyre.
There's another sacrifice fire thing, which means there's another fire door coming up somewhere. But that was really cool. I really liked how, you know, it's like, oh, you gotta get through the door because the door's on fire, so that's why you could break through it. But the voices are saying, no, you're going the wrong way, you're going towards the fire. And I think the game is gonna trick you and play with you a little bit like that. Do you listen to the voices and do you do what they say, or do you just know you gotta do the opposite of what they're saying? Or could they be right sometimes if you do listen to them? Like when you're in combat and they say, look out behind you, and like, you know, it turns out it's true.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the Earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
based on what's already been said in the dialogue and narration of the game, I have a feeling that Senua here is actually already dead, but she still has to make, you know, the journey through hell itself to, you know, make her offering for her Dillian person, whoever it may be. I don't know, her father or her husband or whoever it was.
Another gate.
She needs to find it.
Another fire sacrifice.
Another fire sacrifice.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
But yeah, I have a feeling... Ooh... I knew I should have walked. That would have been much cooler.
It's too far.
She'll never find it. She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
It's just straight. Oh. Can't climb up there.
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes, but they just screamed like helpless pigs.
Answer your prayers, Senua. I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me! I am alone.
There it is. There's another one already. This one looks bigger than the others.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Okay, I have a feeling it's going to say that the same way each time, but that's okay. Oh. there's runes over there. But before we do that, let's have a look around. And so far, there's not really been anything collectible-wise or you know, pickup-wise, I should say, consumable. It seems like it's wander, rune puzzle, sort of sacrifice puzzle with the fire in this case, with the cert stuff. And then there's combat, don't die, and you'll be fine. Ooh. Oh, hello. These seem like collectibles,
The
sort of.
Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Burn the whole world with fire. That seems like sort of a collectible thing. Look, you gotta fill up the runes. Whether they're going in order or not, I don't know. Because if they are, it means we've missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I don't know. Oh, hello.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things. Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
I wonder if this will work.
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt. The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Okay, so we heard that. It didn't seem to unlock our door, but I think the R is still in this area. Yeah, it seems the R is in this area somewhere. Wonder if we could, rearrange some things or move around in such a way. Can I climb this? No.
The Northmen say that the defender of
No.
Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Okay, that did not unlock the R door though, so... Oh, there's the X. Or the infinity, or whatever it may be. Okay, so there's one. Simple enough. What can I turn into an R around here? Is there a shadow on the ground, perhaps? Aha! Oh, the trail. That fire thing that that little, yeah, the glowing trail that I reacted to earlier. And she just clipped through that bit of wood. No. Seems that each one gets bigger and bigger. Oh shit. Oh shit. Run! Oh. No, I died. Ran right into the fire. Yeah, that tells me that that first death, when you know, at the start there, that was like done on purpose to like introduce you to the idea of that, hey, dying will, you know, progressively, you know, fuck you up and you'll delete your save data. Because now that I died again, her hand is still the only thing affected, seemingly. Unless it's going to be literally only on that one arm and it's just going to go up to her head. But yeah, let's do that again, and let's not run in the fire this time. shit.
Behind you!
You say your world has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears.
Raise your world to the brine!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
Dialogue got a little cut off there. That's unfortunate. I think the light on my controller has been changing color depending on the scenario, and I've not been noticing. I will have to be sure to keep an eye on that the next time there's like a combat scenario or a fire blazing around us. I'm not 100% sure how I'm doing those like combo things and like those final stabs and stuff like that, but whatever, looks cool. I figure I'd give it a shot. It seems like everything talks to you in this game, so...
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Okie dokie. Aha!
Tell me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
There's one. It's right there. There we go. Oh, hello.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
Maybe it's because I don't know anything about Celtic mythology, but so far everything seems to be very Norse related, more so than Celtic. Unless they have commonalities, and that's why Ninja Theory said it's based on both Celtic and Norse. Aha. No, that's it, isn't it? Apparently not. There we go. Close enough.
Survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness, then so can you.
Run, Senua! Run! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop you! Run, Senua! Run!
She's dying.
It's empty. It's
Okay. Is that supposed to happen that way? Hey, no blue on her face.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from here.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
The light on my controller is yellow.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Spill the blood of Serpent and take his mark, and I will change you from the world and forever be undead.
Oh boy. Oh, here we go.
Destroy everything, everyone, but not me. Fight now!
No. Oh man. Oh man. What? Oh my gosh. Oh, fuck. Oh, there's a defend.
For every battle won, a greater battle takes its place. And so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep
I
it.
die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have, to find your answers, your quest.
Extinguished is the name of that trophy. And that feels like an amazing, an amazingly excellent place to take a break. Awesome game. Yes, it is a very awesome game, RJ. Thank you for stopping by. Whew. Man, that was intense. How long have we been streaming for? I cannot tell, but that was what is the prologue, I assume, and the first chapter of Hellblade, Senua'S Sacrifice for the PlayStation 4 by Ninja Theory, and they have done, so far, a fantastic job. I wonder if that... No, I don't think that death coming through the door counted, because her arm looks the same as before. And it was like, you know, to give you that cutscene that led up to the fight. Whew. Can I go and sit in the throne of Surt now? Isn't that how it is? I am now the god of fire because of that? Oh boy. Yes, that seems like a very, very good place to take a break. So, if you're still watching this live, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you are watching the playback of this later on, you can wait for the title card to come up right about now. You could click it, it'll go right to the next video. Or you could click another playlist on my channel, you can see the other games I've played through, or you could do none of those things. It's fine. It's really up to you. But when we come back, we will see the next leg of Senua'S journey into the underworld, hell itself, as she goes up against the god of illusion, Valvarin, I believe it was pronounced. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. and I will see you all in just a little bit.